What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jasmine, and I'm back with another video. Alright, so I just had to do like a little quick mental preview of what I'm about to talk about because I've been slacking on my video. I've been slacking on my YouTube, so. Okay. Okay, so I've been away from Fort Greene for about 4 days now, few days. Um, I've just been trying to get away from that energy, from for the simple fact that it's very draining and it's very intentional. There's no purpose behind it. It's not personal. It's just intentional. Like everything's being done intentionally. And I guess I'm the blessing in disguise for these people that are intentionally hurting me on a day to day from Fort Greene. Okay, so I'm gonna just give y'all a little timeline again so that y'all could just be more aware of what I really be talking about because it's really not anything hard to grasp or understand. All right. So as you guys all know, because y'all been following me for a minute. We've been friends for a minute on Instagram, on Facebook. I had my Facebook for years. I have the same Instagram for years. And if you know me, I've always been back and forth, Florida and New York, New York and Florida. Um, so being that I've always been back and forth Florida, y'all know that I I did have life in Florida and New York, and so back and forth, back and forth. And around the time that I had moved to Florida, which was like leaving high school, um, I went to a group home because, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just give y'all a whole rundown. Okay, so at 17 years old, I was living in New York. I had moved back to New York. I've been moved back to New York. I've been in New York since like 13, 14, up until 17. And at 17, I had moved back to Florida. And I had went to a group home program until I aged out. So the deal was to move back to Florida, go into a group home until I'm 18, and they will pay for school and help me with housing. So I did that. Me and my family just, talked about it, and I decided to go back to Florida because I was in the system from like 12, 13, and then I had ran away from Florida because I was in foster care. I was over it, and I had moved to New York. So, so I moved back to New York at like 13, 14, up until 17. All right, because I just did a whole like reverse. All right, so I moved to Florida at 17, and I aged out of the program that I was in at 18, and me and my cousin got an apartment together. And as you guys all know, because we've been friends for a minute, I've had the same Instagram, same Facebook, same Twitter, same everything for years, since middle school, since before since forever. So yeah, so I aged out at 18. Me and my cousin Diamond the Body, we had got an apartment together. Some of you guys may know her as Diamond the Body, Aisha. As you guys all may know, that one moment in time, a year after me being in Florida, My cousin was she was a dancer, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot, like, I never, like, the way like, it was just like the booty was moving. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like, the twerk team, be doing videos and things like that, and whatever, whatever. It could help you make things easier for you, because she was a dancer, she was a stripper. So we did a video. I was like, person to do a video. We did a video, and the video went viral. Like the day that I posted the video, it hit like 1 million views. It went viral. She was on World Star. She started getting celebrity reposting, Meek Mill posted, Rick Ross, fucking Chris Brown. People was just reposting the videos. What's his name? Big Sean's mom, Jay Leno. The video went crazy. And she started getting bookings. She started getting hostings. She started getting, booked to dance. She started making more money. She started becoming more relevant and more known. Not relevant, more known in both aspects, in the club and outside of the club and social media, or whatever. And a lot of people from where I used to live in New York also reposted and hit me up and hit her, like, was like supportive of my cousin being my cousin, and my cousin being lit and knowing how to dance and going viral. Like, everybody was excited for her, and for the fact that's my cousin. So people know of Diamond, people know of Aisha, people know that's my cousin. Okay, I just really, it's 7 minutes in the video. I'm upset. I was not trying to go, like, every time I do a video, I'll be reaching points, and it's like, I be thinking, I've stretched the video, like, I just say too much. Anywho, all right, that was when I was 17 years old. That video went viral. 17. She was like 18, 19. So yeah, we ended up getting our own apartment together after that, and things like that. We was living together for a minute. I was doing her bookings for her. I was taking her pictures for her. I was doing videos, making the connects, networking, and things like that. And then I found her somebody to work with her. This dude named Rashad. He still be in the spots. He be working with people. He's lit. So I found him to work with her. He started working with her. Shit started getting better, and she started doing more. Fast forward to now, which is, I'm 28. That was 17. So that's just like a whole time lapse. Then this is now. Okay. Me and Diamond stopped speaking around Fast forward to now. Me and Diamond spoke 2020, March 2020. She told me that she got casted on to Love and Hip Hop. She did the second interview to Love and Hip Hop, and she's excited, she's nervous, or whatever. I'm like, that's so great. I'm excited. Like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna be on the show. That's lit. Like, And after a few days of her speaking to me on that opportunity or whatever. I mean, that, I don't know what to call it. After a few days after her speaking on that, I was staying with her homegirl at the time in Atlanta. Her homegirl started acting a little funny. We started arguing for no reason. She started making problems. We started getting into it for no reason. So I'm starting to put things together. I'm like, okay, so now I feel like my cousin and her home, like they're trying to play me for a storyline for Love and Hip Hop. Being that it was just so random, we're getting into situations so random, whatever. That probably was not the case, but that's what I was thinking. That's what I put my head together and thought. So I was talking. I have two close friends at this moment at the time, and I was telling them the same thing that I felt. That I felt like I was being played, which is my one of my best friends and my homegirl, my other homegirl. I was telling them, my homegirl Belly and my homegirl Stacy. I was telling them how I felt like my cousin Diamond was trying to play me for a storyline with her homegirl Lexi, whatever. Stacy knows both of them, whatever. She was just like, not denying what I was saying, like not discouraging what I was saying, just pretty much like, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Your intuition never lies to you, or whatever. Just take yourself out the situation. So pretty much that's what happened. I ended up leaving my cousin's homegirl house, or whatever, and then me and Diamond lost contact. We haven't spoke since then. I got back to New York around August 2020. So March 2020 is when she told me the news. I got back to New York August 2020, like July, August 2020. I live in the projects, and the walls are really thin. And fast forward to me understanding how these people are doing certain things. Somebody said they're an engineer. So they're using possibly a studio to harass me and try to and overhear things, and I'm beginning to that. So pretty much August, July 2020, I get to where I live, which is Fort Greene, Brooklyn, New York, the projects, where I've been living since 1920. Since 1920. I was speaking on the same thing I was speaking to my two best friends at the time about how I feel like my cousin was trying to play me for a storyline. I was telling that to my mother, and I was also telling that to my stepfather. And I was being, I'm a very open person. I could speak to them about anything. Like, it's really, I'll speak to my friends about anything. I'll speak to my parents about anything. I'm just that type of person. So I was telling them about that, and I was telling about spiritual experiences that I've experienced going through, because it was around the time the pandemic was going on, the lockdown. So I was just speaking on things or whatever. And like I said, people from where I live, the walls are thin. They overheard things, and they don't like me. They genuinely just did not like me, I guess, forever since I've been living in Fort Greene. That's what it seems like. So these people overheard some of my life story, and the fact that Diamond the Body is going on a television show. And then she got casted onto Love and Hip Hop, and she did her second. They overheard that. They also overheard a conversation about a page that was made and was spreaded all over Instagram or whatever for like a minute or whatever. I had seen it, and when I tried to go back to it, I couldn't see it. I was upset. That's an important thing in their life in Fort Greene. A page that was made. That's what a conversation about a page was made. That's Fort Greene's problem right there. And then I spoke on something that my sister put me through as a kid, and other things that I went through as a kid. And from the conversation with the page that was posted for a minute, they felt like because I was talking about a page that they wanted to do be revengeful towards me. So they made a page about me. They started taking pictures of me randomly when I would walk in the street. A whole bunch of people on Facebook hit me up, started sending me dick pictures and, calling me nonstop, just posting, dick, showing me their private parts. So they put me on a back page. They put me on a page with thoughts that I made a page. But the page was talked about. They don't know who made a page. They assume that I made a page because it was talked about. These people overheard my cousin Diamond the Body going on a show. They heard a conversation about a page. And they heard my childhood trauma stories. And just created history for a whole year. I have people, the dude, okay, there's a dude, it's a dude voice. At first it was a female's voice. I don't have, first it was female's voice or whatever. Now it's the dude voice. He said he's an engineer. And then that they work for the cops. And somebody's on a whole show from Fort Greene. So, from January 2021, so I got back to New York August 2020. So from August 2020 to January 2021, they was plotting. People in Fort Greene that overheard through the walls, they was plotting. They was plotting on hurting me, getting revenge on me. And they did do things to hurt me. So from January 2021 to August 2021, that's when it starts getting, from January 2021, September, January 21, around April, May, a situation happened at the laundromat. That's when it got weird. May 2021. So August 2020 to May 2021, they was plotting. So so this is when they overheard Diamond the Body going on a show, my childhood trauma, and a page. They heard that around August, September, October. Like September, October 2020. That's when Fort Greene found out about my cousin going on a show. So May 2021, I was at a laundromat. I was washing my clothes with my mother. This is when the setup started. This is where the weird shit started. May 2021, I was at the laundromat, and ambulance was called, police was called. They came in, they walked in, it looked like a fucking movie. They came in with shades on, it was a bunch of police, and it was a bunch of ambulance. They walked in, it was like, who called? Literally like a movie. And my mother was like, she's having anxiety. She feels overwhelmed, whatever. So they like, oh, do you want to talk outside or whatever. So we go outside and I'm just like, yeah, I'm all right. Like, I'm okay. It's just, I'm all right. Like, nothing's actually wrong with me. But they like, oh, just step on the ambulance and let them see, let them check or whatever. So I step on the ambulance. And then I'm like, you know what, this is actually unnecessary. So I stepped off the ambulance. And then the police pushed me up against the ambulance. and like have my back up against the ambulance. And I was like taken off guard. So mind you, okay, so this is May 2021. So from October 2020, when they overheard these things, they was plotting on things with me. And then May 2021 come, and that's when that random situation happened. And then I went to the hospital that day, and I was just like pretty much going through like a phase of a spiritual, like mental thing. And I was just like saying numbers in the hospital, like saying the bed numbers and things, and thinking out loud, just a different type of thing that I've never went through. And like, do you want to sign out of the hospital? And I said, yes, I would like to do that. Like, there's nothing more for us to really do. So, mind you, I was just washing clothes with my mother. That whole situation was weird. It was set up. I seen people from the neighborhood just rolling on scooters, people with guitar, like a guitarist dude standing, walking up and down the strip. It was a lot of people outside. It was like weird. So that's the first situation, the weird situation that happened after they overheard things. Then after that situation, I had ended up going to Florida, and I felt like I was followed. So I called the police, and I had made a report on the very few people that I'm friends with in Fort Greene, that I was supposedly friends with in Fort Greene. But you could have never been my friend if you set something up like that at the laundromat. You could have never been my friend if you actually are doing a series or you're doing a show and you're trying to make me look bad in any type of way without me even knowing in any type of way. God forbid you genuinely wanted to be spiteful and you post somebody on something. You post it for them to know. You post me for me to know. You get what I'm saying? They did things for other people to see and for me not to have no idea of it. So when I'm walking around the street and when I'm walking in Fort Greene and I'm walking to the store, all these people are talking about this whole situ page and a whole fucking group chat about Jasmine that I have known nothing about. And then you on a series trying to make me look crazy that I know nothing about. So y'all could have never been my friend. So I definitely did call the police, and I did feel followed, and I do feel like they was compromising my life. They was doing a little bit too much. So I called the police, and I made a report on a situation that happened years ago when they asked to borrow something of mine. That actually Diamond the Body gifted me for Christmas with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend gifted me something for Christmas. Being that I do photography, I take pictures, and I do my branding and things like that. So they gifted me with a computer and a camera for Christmas. And that was like, that was like 2015, Christmas 2015. The friends that I've had in Fort Greene, because I've always back and forth from New York, the friends that I had, they asked to borrow my computer around 2016, and I allowed them to use my computer. My computer got broken after that. I don't know what they used to go on my computer, but I definitely did speak on it in a way, like I felt like it was a money machine that was used. A disc I think I spoke on, and whatever, something that was not supposed to be used. Like, it was done in front of me in a way. They asked like, oh, what's your password? How do you get in your computer? Whatever. And one of their honor peoples was like, oh, come in the other room with me, and we just dancing or whatever. So I don't know really what was done on my computer. All I know is that my computer wasn't working for me after that. And nobody fixed it. Nobody told me what they did with it. Nobody told me what they needed to use it for. And the person that even used my computer did not ask me to use my computer. My computer was asked to be borrowed, and somebody else completely used my computer. So I come back and I speak on things that's in my life. And these people that are the only few friends that I have in Fort Greene overheard things and took advantage of what they learned about me in my life. And then the fact that my cousin is going on Love and Hip Hop. That's a big platform. That's a huge opportunity. That's a huge blessing. That's a great thing in somebody's life. These people... Okay, so I called the police and I mentioned that. And I also said I feel like I was followed, and I also feel like I was being followed for that reason. So, and not only because of that, because of my cousin going on a show, and because they just don't like me. Now, when I did call the police, me not knowing, or me not really being friends with people where I live, not knowing that people are friends with the police, hang out in the next building, the next apartment, fire department hang out in the next apartment. They are friends with some of these people who work with police and work in the fire department. So it's like, I'm not friends with y'all, so I don't know these things. So when I did call the police and I did make a complaint, the police looked like they was more nervous for me. The police looked like they not even more nervous for me, like they didn't even give a fuck. They suggested, I'm pretty sure y'all understand everything that I'm saying to y'all, even if I'm talking in circles, or even if I get defensive at some moments. I'm pretty sure I'm very articulate in what in my communication. Even, you know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely understand what I'm saying. So there's no reason that the police could not have understood what I was saying. The police turned to my mother. I'm 28 years old. I always have to bring my age in it because I felt less than in the moment. I felt like a child, like they was little girling me at the moment. That's something that was taught or something. So I'm making a complaint about my safety, about me being followed, about somebody using my things and playing on my conscience in that way. They was asking me press numbers on they was like, my computer didn't work, but it would turn on and turn off. So when it did work, it would be like work months apart. So like when my computer got to work, they was playing on my conscience, they was doing things, and I'm just like, what the fuck was done on my computer? You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, I'm over it. So the police suggested a mental hospital for me. They turned to my mother, disregarded everything that I said, turned to my mother and suggested a mental hospital for me. And that's like a whole fucking entrapment in itself. So then 3 days later, they was playing on my conscience. It was like a lot of show projection, a lot of people trying to insert themselves in a show because they know me. So people from Fort Greene was trying to insert themselves all of a sudden into a show with Donnie the Body, off the strength of knowing me, trying to enforce police situation, mental hospital situations, me getting hurt so that they could be on a show. So damn, it's 28 fucking minutes. I'm so upset because I really want one of my videos to be 10 minutes long and I get my point across like that. But it's so much that they did and I'm feeling so much. So when I actually speak on it, like I'm releasing all that I just sit in and quiet and take in mentally. It's fucked up. So police showed up and I refused the situation because it was I don't need that situation. You know, I don't need to be arrested, to go through a court system to see if I need mental evaluation. So it was just literally a setup. And they keep saying, oh, it was a joke, we're trying to see something. These people have never respected me and I never gave them a reason to like not. I don't want nothing to do with these people. I want them to leave me alone. I want them to leave my name alone. If y'all want clout, I'm trying to help y'all. I don't want no parts with these people. I don't want no ties with them. Y'all cannot touch me. Y'all cannot say anything to me. I want no parts with these people at all. Like, however it goes. It's the weirdest shit. So, anywho, I end up getting into a situation with police. And all these things are happening after they hear about certain things. Like they just we're just trying to set this girl up and they want to do a show. After half of those things was done on a phone, on a film, on a camera, for some reason, without my consent, without my knowledge, without me knowing, without me being physically a part of it. They have me in like a trap time. Like they'll beep the horn, the sirens will go off, and somebody will hit the elevator for me to be aware of them trapping me. So they trap me to exclude me to being a part of something. Also, in the midst of everything. So anywho, the police suggested a mental hospital for me. I ended up going to the psych hospital. They came to my house. They arrested me. I got into a fight with the police that day. The police was punching me in the back of my head, calling me a bitch. That situation happened. They took me outside. I had no bra. I had a bra on. My hair was wild. I looked really crazy. I looked really deranged. They really took advantage of home. I was asleep peacefully. I was comfortable. I was actually sleeping on the floor to ground myself. I was literally trying to overcome all the mental things that they was doing to me for a whole year before that situation happened. Because mind you, August 2020 to May 2021 to August 2021. That's when the situation happened. So from August 2020, October 2020, they was literally mentally torturing me. So that situation happened randomly. So that was like a physical setup that happened at random. So it also brought like trauma to me in a whole different level too, because they're playing on my conscience for a whole 8 months, and then they set me up, and then I get into a physical altercation with police in my apartment, in my room. So that situation happened. Then I come back to New York, and then I see people, the only friends that I have in Fort Greene, and they're just staring at me like with their surprise that they're putting me through these things, because they're friends with police and they have family that works in NYCHA and housing and things like that. So they're just taking advantage of power. And being that power, we used to be shoot in Fort Greene. They feel like, experts, and they feel like important in a way. Because it's them versus me. I'm a female. So they can't be that much of an expert. You know what I'm saying? They could only get away with so much. They're getting away with a lot. It's only me. You know what I'm saying? I'm only one person there doing construction. They work for police. They have strength. They're men. Mostly. So it's no comparison ever. It can never be a comparison. So that I'm good with. It's just antagonizing things that they just put me through. But next situation that happened, as far as police situation, October, I got into a situation with my mother, and she threw liquids in my face, and that was taken advantage of. Police arrested both of us, and the people who started the situation from Fort Greene keep saying, I made your mother do that. I made this person do that. I made this person do that. Okay, that situation happened. That happened. Then, which was in October. So August 2020, the first arrest hospital situation happened. Then October 2021 happened. That's another arrest situation happened. And then January 2022 happens. I get jumped. I called the police. I got jumped and they took my bag, so they robbed me after. I called the police. It was a bunch of detectives that came. They took my name. They took the girl's name. No, they took my name or whatever. They didn't take the girl's name. I don't know the girl. I didn't know them. They just was asking me if I wanted to come to the precinct and point people out. I don't think they was really taking it serious. My hands was busted up. They really looked like they wasn't even real life medical doctors. Like they play with my whole life. So they've been playing with my life. They've been playing with my whole life. After that situation happened, which was January, February, the same police that came in August 2020 for the mental hygiene warrant, mental facility shit, came to Fort Greene again, February 2022. Said, "Oh, you have to go through this again. We have to arrest you because your mother called." And I'm just like, I don't not live with my. First of all, even if my mother called you guys or went to court and put in anything for me, and I'm alright, y'all should just leave me alone. But they work for people. They work in the projects. I'm pretty sure they do coke. You know what I'm saying? They live the free life, so they're getting away with things. That's another situation where my free will and my rights was compromised. And it was the Spanish officer and the black officer. I don't know what happened to the girl. So that situation happened. I was in the fucking court all day, arrested like to a chair, sitting in court all day trying to see if I'm mental. I feel like me just sitting there arrested to a chair is like, that will make you mental. Like, they put me through some unnecessary shit a whole nother year. All right, so I went through that February 2022. Then my mother got into a situation after that situation with the same girl. My mother came to me, her lip was busted. She said, "Oh, you know, that girl hit her in the mouth or whatever." She made her police report. She called the police or whatever. Fast forward to now, August 2022. I have not been in Fort Greene for like 4 days, 4 days, because of all those things that was going on after they heard about my cousin going on the show. And after they came to conclusion that they genuinely just never liked me because they don't know me. So today, these same people are still harassing me from August 2020, October 2020. These same people are harassing me. I think they actually grew an obsession off the idea of a hood show, you know, like Money Violence, like a hood reality TV show, like Hustle in Brooklyn. They've become obsessed with the idea of that. They became obsessed with the idea of me being on Love and Hip Hop with Diamond the Body, or the possibility of me being on Love and Hip Hop or a part of any show. They can't believe that. So they did what they did all that they did. These same people are pressing the elevators in the projects, slamming the doors in the projects, beeping the car horn, beeping their horns, electronically harassing me, have the fire department going off every other hour, having police pass me by every time I step outside, and pretty much trying to make weed a bad habit in my life, which is fine, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. But these same people keep saying that they wish me the best and that they feel so bad for me and that they keep making people put me to a test or trap me. And that they have no reason to be harassing me, really. They just doing it because they grew an obsession. And pretty much, I feel like no matter the struggle, no matter the trials and tribulations, every day always become a better you, and every day you get better, like, despite whatever. Like, no one is you, and that is your power. No matter the expertise that people possess and qualities that people have as far as hurting you and being able to trap you and program you and try to control you in ways, they could never be you. And they could only do but so much. It's, and it's what they do every day. And like I said, every day just try to become better. And I'm glad that I'm going through these things because God do not give God gives his toughest battles to the strongest soldiers. And I'm glad that I'm going through these things because I could just imagine how many other people go through these things, and don't know who to speak to or can't speak on it because people will look at them like they're mental or they don't know what they're talking about. I'm glad that I'm going through these things because I can inform you guys and other people on how to protect themselves from things like that. And I'm glad that I am going through these things because we see posts all the time about, never cross this person for fame, never cross this person for anything. You don't need to do anything for fame. You don't need to do this and da 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 da. And I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, right? I'm from New York. It's not hard. So I feel real offended every day at the fact that people could have considered to hurt me for anything that's so easy. This is one of the most easy creative cities. It's crazy. And another thing, also, I grew up in the era where we repost, 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 repost. And we see a lot of quotes, a lot of quotes, a lot of quotes, a lot of quotes. And like I said, these quotes are very like informative and educational and be teaching you. It teaches you to have a little bit moral sometimes. Like social media is not all that bad. And a lot of people on there are not that bad. We live in an era where we repost these quotes, and the opportunity last year, not even for me, but for somebody in my life who actually deserves it. There's people who really cool with me or be like, oh, come over, or I just had like food with or ate with, that kept that's keeping a secret so that they could be a part of something that don't even make sense in their life. And then they keep wishing me the best. And they're in the same facility as me. They're watching something go on instead of showing me like, oh, look what they're doing. Look how it's being done. They're just stealing from me and learning from me. I don't know the intentions to either ever be like try to be my friend all of a sudden. But then it's like no purpose behind it. But for whatever reason, I really don't want nothing to do with nobody from there. And I live there. That's where I've been living. That's where I'm going. That's where I be. That's where I live. But I don't have to have ties with nobody in that project. Not a product of Fort Greene. I was never that, and I'm not gonna become one either. So I don't know. This is me informing y'all on some shit because a lot of people doing a lot of things for clout and just trying to hurt me on a day-to-day basis. And it's just like, I'm over it. I've been over it. I never knew somebody could trap you, and the shit is so mental to the point where it's like you feel like he's living in your skin or something, like they're living in your skin on some CIA sociopathical serial killer shit. Unfortunately, do what you do, but there's levels to shit. Y'all be tripping, and if you ain't go to jail for some shit you didn't do, you're gonna go to jail for some shit for bothering me. And I definitely know what it's like going to jail for some shit that you didn't do. Because I definitely experienced that before. And I definitely experienced unnecessary police encounters in my life. So the fact that I've been through those things, and the fact that there's people who are terrified of those things and that are considering and still considered to rob me of my life or not of my day, my sanity, I think that y'all do deserve to go to jail. And just as y'all wish me the best, I wish y'all the best. And being that y'all friends with police, y'all probably will never ever see jail, but y'all will never ever rob me of anything in my motherfucking life. So I wish y'all the best too. And if you was a man that ever put yourself in my presence to try to talk to me, and you felt like because somebody told you about my cousin going on the show and you felt like you needed to play me, you only had one job. And I wish y'all the best. Yep. Now, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This video is almost an hour fucking long. This was not supposed to be this long. And woo! These certain things are just not taught in school. Some things are just not taught in school. I really wish my cousin the best. Congratulations to her on her fucking endeavors, her fucking opportunity, that big blessing that she got. You know, she's doing her thing. Female empowerment, independent black woman, got her own business, got her own club, television show popping. She's lit. Congratulations to my cousin, like, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, to the people in, I don't know, to the people in Fort Greene who have a vendetta against me, who has publicly humiliated me, who just felt the need to say something disrespectful to me. You know, y'all hit me on camera. Y'all posted me on things. Y'all talked to me, talked about me. Y'all got me jumped. Y'all got somebody to hit my mother. So the people in Fort Greene, I wish y'all nothing but the best. And the friendships that y'all made off the strength of not liking me and me being crazy and slow and mental, and y'all didn't mean it, I wish y'all nothing but the best, genuinely. But I can't control y'all, what y'all do every day from 9 in the morning to what time is it right now, to right now to till I sleep, the car beeping, the electronic harassment. I can't control y'all. I'm not gonna be able to control y'all. But I don't think that y'all gonna be able to get away with what y'all did. As far as y'all trying to put it in comparison to what my sister showed me as a child, what this man showed me as a child, what this man showed me, this person, house plan and things like that. Unfortunately, there's no comparison to what y'all did. And there's no comparison. We are grown and y'all old, y'all like 34, 35 plus, like, and y'all adults make, like, doing things. A child put me through something, a child showed me something, a child made me do something. As a child, y'all cannot compare what y'all did last year in my life or to what y'all ever did as adult, whatever y'all did, to anything that I talked about in Fort Greene apartment that y'all got on y'all little audio, y'all engineer, none of that stuff is in comparison to what y'all did. There's no comparison. There's no reason for what y'all doing. I don't know about no page. I don't know about no anonymous page. I don't know about no replica page of mine. I don't know about no gay slander. I don't know about no hate crime. I don't know about no racist slurs. I don't know about any of those things. If y'all want me to mention the diaper changing, y'all probably put a little. You know what I'm saying? Those things are not in comparison to what y'all did. Y'all genuinely just don't like me. Y'all genuinely do not have respect for y'allself enough to be like, I apologize. Y'all feel like y'all don't owe me anything. I don't feel like y'all owe me anything. I don't want no ties with y'all, but unfortunately, I cannot control what y'all doing and what y'all feel like y'all need to do for y'all reputation and for what y'all did. So, with that being said, I wish y'all nothing but the best. God bless.